Hey guys, I'm Hunter with Nelson Insurance. I'm going to go over when does insurance start to get cheaper. Um, I'm not going to try to BS you guys on this thing, just purely educational. I'm going to talk about the years in business. I'm going to talk about the fleet size. I'm going to talk about why insurance gets cheaper, if it does get cheaper, how you can do this, how you can best prepare yourself for, going through your first couple of years, really setting yourself up for success, and kind of going through all that. So, first, you just got to understand what insurance companies are going to be rating off of. What are they looking at when you really get into this deal? There is a lot of different factors. It depends on the insurance company you're going with. For example, Progressive rates extremely heavily off your credit. 10-4 truck insurance does not rate off your credit at all. But what they're going to do is they're going to look at your safer, or for us, cab, and see how many non-pays you've had, because we can see when you guys non-pay on your insurance. So if you guys are late on a lot of bills, they're going to go, we don't want to do that. So paying your guys' bill in time does help your guys' insurance. So as you're going throughout your first year, you guys are just getting your truck insurance for the first time. What are my options here? Everybody thinks Progressive, that's it, maybe Geico. But I just call Progressive directly and see what I can do. That is not the case. Sometimes you guys can get insurance through Northland. Northland is one of the best insurance companies out there for trucking. I'm not just saying that. They're the best claim service. Policy forms are great. Everything on those lines. When I say policy forms, I mean coverages, making sure you guys are actually covered and you're not really figuring out stuff later down the road. They do sometimes take new ventures. Not all the time. Depends on the state. Depends on your experience beforehand. Depends on your CDL experience, stuff like that. They're very picky. Just like Great West. Great West wants to be an owner operator for 2 years before you can do that. They're both going to have growth restrictions. They don't want you buying 100 trucks first year. They want you buying 10 trucks your first year. They want to know that you had experience getting into this stuff beforehand. So some of those guys will take you. Canal, if you're not too risky, they don't want to know, hey, too much about what you were doing before, but just don't get too risky right off the bat. So don't be doing any hazmat, auto haulers, hot shot, anything like that. You're a general freight guy. You're in a decent state, nothing too crazy. Yeah, we'll take a look at you. Canal can actually be very, very competitive. A lot of people don't know Canal, which is kind of surprising, but they're the fifth largest trucking insurance company out there. And yeah, they're pretty dang good. They have 13,000 motor carriers insured. So for reference, Great West has like 38,000, and everybody knows Great West. So there's that for an option. Berkshire Hathaway home state companies can be all right. You've got, like I said, Geico Progressive. You've got Knight Specialty, which is only accessible through brokers like an insurance agent. Cover Whale. They'd be really good on hot shots, tough states, stuff like that. Not be super cheap, but they might be the least expensive on that kind of side there. There's a good couple other ones, but those are kind of the main options there. Like I said, new ventures can be tougher. And so, first year around, you guys just got done with insurance first year. Hey, survive that 20K premium, 15K premium, 25K premium. Things going to get better in my renewal. Probably not too much. First year around, nothing's really going to change. It's not like you guys go into this thing and you guys go 3 years throughout in your insurance. Not like, let's say you're with Progress for 3 years. It's not exactly like they're going to just, oh, no, you're in business. No, you're in business. Let's go and decrease that premium every single year. It's more so like, yeah, it definitely does help. It does get taken into account. But, do you have anything negative affecting that too? You get a violation or an accident or a claim or whatever the case is, that's going to way more offset the, oh, I got 1 year in business now. The main thing is going to be, now I got more insurance options available. And once those guys come in, you're going to be put into maybe a more low risk pool where they want to make sure you're really good and you survive these first couple of years really well. You get a really well-ran trucking company, and we're going to have these set guidelines on, you got to meet these guidelines, and then we'll accept you, give you a quote. And usually those could be a lot better because they're getting rid of the in their terms risky new ventures, right? So 1 year goes by, nothing's really going to change. 2 years goes by, okay, now you got some options. 3 years really hits, but 2 years now in business, Great West may be more willing to take you. Northern might be more willing to take you. Nirvana Insurance is very, very good. They're writing off of ELD data, which, I know, not real well loved, but Nirvana Insurance is really good. I just saved somebody $60,000 on their insurance renewal with Nirvana. Now, granted, he had 9 trucks, but Nirvana's really good. You might have 2 years CDL now, so maybe you get a couple more of those insurance companies if you had a new CDL with a new venture. So like Coverwell would not have taken you at first. Berkshire would have taken you, but Canal would not have taken you if you didn't have 2 years CDL experience beforehand. You have 10-4 insurance. 10-4 is really good. We love seeing them. And now, hey, you've got a little bit of discounts here, stuff like that. But first 2 years is very important. You've proven you know how to run a trucking company. Your ISS scores are low. Your CSA scores, same thing. CSA scores are low. You're not turning a bunch of claims. You're hiring good drivers. You're not growing too quickly because once you hit year 3, then you can kind of take off. But first 3 years, I want to make sure nothing's too risky in their eyes, right? State where you're at makes a big difference. So go through, make sure you get good credit, good claims history, good growth, good scores. You guys do that, the options really start to open up for you, especially year 3 now. Now year 3 is around. What do things look like? If you guys are really clean, you've proven yourself in the insurance company's eyes, right? And you get 3 years consecutive in business, not a lot of non-pays, you haven't had any lapse in insurance, 3 years consecutive insurance history, right? Berkeley's going to take you. IAT's going to look at you. Crum and Forrester's going to look at you. Crum and Forrester, almost nobody probably knows this name now, but Crum and Forrester is wicked competitive. Every time I go against them, I can't touch them. I'm not exaggerating. I don't even have a whole lot of my clients myself with Crum and Forrester. Just they're really tough to get a quote with for some reason. But when people do get qualified with Crum and Forrester, I mean, it's like it's almost impossible to just move them. You got them. IT, all those guys, Midwest Family Mutual, maybe Acuity, maybe CWG, maybe auto owners. Lots and lots of other options open up here, okay? Now as you guys keep growing, this is why everybody's like, first couple years is so tough, because you guys just see a lot more insurance companies take a look at you as things go on, right? Now if you guys are a fleet, I'm kind of just putting all my videos into one here. If you guys are a fleet and want to go look at that, I've got a fleet insurance video. But if you guys are a fleet, now even more options open up. They're counting double digits usually. 10 trucks, 11, some are 11 trucks, whatever. Some are 5+ in their eyes. Like HDVI, made a video on them. Really, really competitive. You gotta have 5+ years in business though. You gotta have 5+ trucks. Well, 4+ trucks if you're under 10, but above 5. Biz Choice will also take you guys. Fleets, you got AIG, HDVI. Nirvana's got their own program. Westchester, not really all that great. Munich Re, Navigators, all this sort of stuff. A lot more of these insurance companies are opened up once you guys get to the fleet space, National Interstate, all that stuff. So all these companies start opening up a whole lot more. And typically fleets can be a little bit cheaper than like a 2-unit guy. Not always. I've got guys paying $2,000 a truck for 1 unit. And I've got fleets paying $8,000 a truck per unit. Doesn't mean it's always the case, but it definitely can be, right? Because they're gonna look at this thing in a whole like expense report, basically, right? So if you're paying $1 million in insurance, they know that the chances of you having $1 million claim and being able to break even or make some money at the end of the year, a lot higher chance than if you're paying $10,000 in insurance and you could literally have $1 million claim tomorrow as a 1-unit trucking guy, and you can go on and kill somebody in an accident, right? So they're gonna try to just weigh their risk on the stuff, right? So yeah, there's all sorts of different options there, but yeah, if you guys are good throughout that process and everything's being handled well, the insurance company, I know you guys is different. You guys' opinion of risk is different than the insurance company, and it seems like they're always trying to pull one over on you guys, but this is the stuff they look at. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea because insurance is the 4th largest expense on trucking. So yeah, I mean, there is that. How you guys should be shopping your insurance. Your agent really should be shopping you guys every single year. You need to have an agent who knows trucking, understands trucking, has options, or has access to a lot of insurance carriers. We are the only one in South Dakota to have HDVI. We are one of 80 agents in the nation. There are there's thousands of trucking insurance agencies in the nation. We're one of 80 to have some of these guys. We are one of sub 100 to have a lot of our insurance companies. So you want to make sure you're with a good trucking insurance agent. Not saying it's got to be me, but it's got to be somebody who knows what they're doing. Has access to the right insurance companies for you guys, is reshopping you every year, is doing a good job of reshopping you. If they're coming back 2 weeks before every single year to shoot you a call, hey, time to reshop for your insurance, I'm going to take a look at it. That's a horrible way to do it. They should be doing it 75 days out, 60 days out, 90 days out, whatever the case is, months out from your guys' renewal. So that way your filings are done in time. You have time to get ready for your down payment. They have time to get their loss runs. They have time to be looked at all the insurance companies. So some of these insurance companies want to see a submission or a quote request 30 days out. And so they're calling you within 30 days. They're not getting you a quote, those guys. So that is a little bit of the process of, does insurance really get cheaper as you go on? How does that look? What's that look like? How do you handle those first couple years? Appreciate you guys watching. I'm Hunter with Nelson Insurance Agency. Just here to help educate you guys, help any way I can. So if you guys would, please like and subscribe so I can keep making videos like this. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.